phone the whole day. You was on the phone the whole day. Ain't past your food.
So this is Alex Chu coming at you with another episode. This episode I want to show you a clip of a man not paying for the first dates, okay? He basically just walked out of the restaurant and then the restaurant called the police, forcing him to pay because his dates was constantly on the phone, constantly on her phone, and he was pissed off and he just walked out. But before I show you the clip, I want to tell you my name is Alex Chu. I'm the guy who invented physical mortality rings. These are rings that you put on your small finger, string sleepy. Wear them, you don't age anymore. You become physically immortal. For example, I'm already 54. Look, see, I'm still pretty. Look at that, I'm still pretty skinny, right? For a 54-year-old man. I never work out, Look at that. I don't have any six-pack abs, so you can tell. I never do any sit-up or push-up, nothing like that. If you go to my website, livemuchlonger.com, you can see lots of testimonials from Amazon customers. Most of them give me 4-star, 5-star. If you're interested, go to livemuchlonger.com, livemuchlonger.com. If you want to look like me when you're 54, livemuchlonger.com. Link is at the bottom of this video. But anyway, today I want to show you a clip, okay? Basically, a man just don't want to pay because, his first day fucked up. Here's the clip.
You was on the phone the whole day.
Go get them. The lady is at the door. Go get her the money. It don't matter. You know I have work to do. Where are you going?
It's like you get these boys playing around. Look at this guy.
You done got my whole
What
car.
up, man? What up, man?
That's what you did. That's what you did. You should have paid for the food. Now you gotta
Pay for that thing, man.
You know what? And it don't.
They had to call the police because the dude wouldn't pay for the food. You sorry, but are you sorry enough to get out the phone? You've been on the phone the whole damn date. The whole date. I spent 300. She on the phone in the beginning of the date. She on the phone in the middle of the date. She on the phone in the end of the date. Stayed on the phone the whole date. You sorry, but are you sorry enough to get out the phone? You've been on the phone the whole damn date. The whole date. I spent $350 on this date, and you've been on the phone the whole damn date. The whole date you've been on the phone.
Well, be interested. Why are you yelling at me?
What you mean be interested? Why you at me? Why would I yell at you? You've been on the phone the whole freaking date.
And what are you gonna do about it?
I'm gonna walk out.
Phone bill, so it's not even that big of a deal.
You know what? It ain't gonna pay for this food bill either.
Yes, you are. Where you going?
Well, I think okay, this is my interpretation, okay? I think the women basically are not interested in the man, This is what happens, okay? Nowadays, a lot of girls, they're not sincere. They come to the date, right? They are not sincere at all, They just want a free meal. Now, I have to say this, okay? Back in the days, you don't meet guys everywhere. Back in the days, there's no internet, There's only telephone, there's TV, there's movies, there's radio, that's it. There's no internet. So, it's like you don't get to meet everybody. You understand? It's not like it's not like there's Bumble, there's Hinge, there's Instagram, and one woman can meet like thousands of men. No, back in the days, relationship is very limited, Acquaintances are very limited. Unless somebody introduces you a man, like a friend of yours or a coworker introduce you to another man, or you have a new coworker, he happens to be a man, or else there's no chance for you to meet like so many good men, And nowadays, technology gives women, the opportunity, okay, to meet so many men online. And now they're just blind. They're just blindsided, It's sort of like, me back in the days, okay, if there's a movie, like I'm bored, I want to do something. Like, well, what should I do? So I check the newspaper or I watch TV and I see advertisement for movies, commercials for movies, right? Oh, there's a new movie out. Maybe we should go watch that. Maybe we should go watch that movie. And I would go, I would go to the movie theater, purchase the ticket to watch the movie, right? It cost me $6, $7 to watch the movie. If the movie sucks, I still sit there until the end. Because I pay the money. I pay $6 to watch this movie. I still have to sit there and watch until the end, right? I don't leave the movie theater like right away. But nowadays, I mean, it's so easy for somebody to watch a free movie, If you go to YouTube, there's always so many free movies. They have so many free movies. They're old movies, but they're free. Or if you can go to Pluto TV or Plex TV. They have free movies at, like all the time. So nowadays, when I watch a movie, okay, like if I go to YouTube, I watch a movie, I don't sit there until the movie ends. I sit there, I watch the free movie. If I get bored, let's say I sit there for 5-10 minutes, right, and the movie, I don't know, it bores me, I immediately shut it off and I watch something else, I would jump around. Like if the movie bores me, I'm 10 minutes in, the movie bores me, I would just jump around. I would just go watch something else. And nowadays, the dating is the same thing, Dating is the same thing because this woman gets to meet thousands of men at her fingertip, right? She could be on the phone, she could be on her laptop, she could meet thousands of men at her fingertip. So she's no longer like focused on one man, Dating is not like back in the days. Like when women they don't have like thousands, they don't have opportunity to meet thousands of men at her fingertip. She's more concentrated. If she dates somebody, she would sit there to focus on this man until the very end, right? But nowadays, you can see this woman is dozed off. This woman is like don't really have the energy to focus on even one single date. She's constantly on the phone. And you know what she's on the phone doing? She's like checking other men's profile. That's what she's doing. That's the reason why this man is so pissed off that he just walked out of the restaurant, He said, I'm not paying, right? So nowadays, women they're not sincere. You understand? Hey, both women and men are not sincere nowadays. A lot of men they just decide to quit dating because I don't know. It just, for example, I don't need a date. I feel I don't need a date at all. The reason is because I could just sit home and watch YouTube, and I see so many women on YouTube. Although they're not my girlfriend, they're not my wife, but when I watch a video of a certain woman and she's complaining about shit, right? I'm sorry, hold on. If I watch a YouTube of some women, right? If I watch oh fuck, sorry about that. If I watch a video of some women, right? She's complaining about stuff or she's telling me stuff. I don't know, it makes me feel like I'm just speaking to my own wife. It makes me feel like I just came home and I'm speaking to my own wife. And I get to watch unlimited videos of women talking, talking to the camera. And I felt like that's good enough for me. Why should I get myself a real wife, I mean, I could sit here and watch so many women sharing their thoughts on the camera, right? So, I don't know. I feel like I do have a wife. I do have a girlfriend, right? I can sit here and watch some women talking, and so why should I even date anybody, So nowadays, a lot of men, they also lost interest in dating because they have so many options on their fingertip, They can browse so many women's profile and watch videos of different women, right? Talking about stuff, right? So a lot of men, they also cannot focus on the one same woman anymore, right? I mean, so nowadays, people who are dating, they're not sincere, you know? Women dating, they're not sincere. Men dating, they're not sincere. Back in the days, I cannot imagine somebody would just walk out of the date, you know? That doesn't, you know, when I was young, that never happens, okay? And when I was young, women, they don't test your patience by ordering the most expensive stuff. They don't do that back in the days. When I was younger, women are a lot more nice, you know? Women are nicer back in the days. They wouldn't go take you to the restaurant and order the most expensive things. Or they test your patience like this woman right here. Like she just constantly on the phone, you know? Testing your patience. No, women back in the days, they were a lot nicer, you know? The reason, just like what I said, back in the days, they don't have the options on their fingertip, you know? She could contact thousands of men. They don't have that kind of option. So they are a lot nicer. When they finally go on a date with somebody, they treat you seriously, you know? So they wouldn't like walk into the restaurant and order the entire menu. They wouldn't do things like that. They would treat you with respect, you know? Doesn't matter if the date works out or don't work out, she takes you seriously. But nowadays, you know, it's just like women, because she has so much option on her fingertip, you know, to you, she's nothing. I mean, to her, okay, you're nothing. You're just like one of them. You're just like one out of thousands, right? So in her mind, it's like, okay, I'm spending time with you. You know, I'm spending time with this guy. I don't know he's a deadbeat or he has any money, so I'm going to test his patience. I want to see what he's made out of. So she's sitting there thinking, fuck it, might as well order a whole menu and see how he reacts, right? So the woman would just order the most expensive stuff, and she wants to see your reaction, right? If you complain, then fuck you. You're just a deadbeat. You know, you're not worth my time. I don't want to meet you anymore after this. You know, and she was hoping that you could be rich and stupid at the same time. You know, nowadays a lot of women hoping that this guy I'm dating, right? I hope that he's rich. He's so rich, filthy rich. He allows me to order everything I want. Okay, this proves that he's a filthy rich guy. So I could go on a cruise with him. I could go anywhere with him, travel the whole world. I could live in a mansion. I could do this and that. And he's also stupid at the same time. Like, he's so stupid that he doesn't even know how to count his own money. Like, I could spend thousands, even tens of thousands, and he's bad at math. He doesn't know how to count his own money. Okay, that's how they think nowadays. They want you to be rich and stupid at the same time. But unfortunately, you know, most guys are not rich. Okay, and if she hits a rich man, you know, it's like most likely he's not stupid, right? So you get this a lot. You get a lot of guys walking out. You get a lot of guys flipping, you know, like you date me and then you show disrespect, you have attitude, you're testing my patience. The man would just suddenly flip, you know, and you get a lot of these awkward dates. But anyway, that's all I want to say for today. See you later.